Rafael Bernal joins us now. He's a staff writer at the US news organisation The Hill. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, talk to us a little bit about the relationship between Israel and Colombia from a military perspective in particular.
Well, for the last 30 or so years, it's been incredibly tight. Both Colombia and Israel are key U.S. allies outside of NATO. They're recognized as such. And Israel has sold all kinds of equipment to Colombia and even technology, military technology. For example, Colombia's main fighter jet is Israeli made and Israeli maintained, which is key here. The Galil assault rifle, an Israeli assault rifle, is produced under license in Colombia, but also that that license is revocable. And then Israel has provided Colombia with air-to-air missiles, surveillance drones, all sorts of military capabilities, their anti-tank weapons. It is really about as close a military relationship as you can expect from two countries on different sides of the world.
Now, following Israel's announcement of its intent to suspend military exports, Colombia's president threatened to cut diplomatic relations with Israel and blamed the country for the growth of its paramilitary groups. Is this simply in reference to the impact that a military ban could have on Colombia's ability to defend itself?
Well, it's that, and also Petro has a lot of he has a lot of positions that are very Cold War oriented. That explains a lot of his friendliness toward Palestinian militant groups beyond empathy for the Palestinian people. But it also explains a little bit of his disinterest in giving the Colombian military everything that it wants. He was part of a guerrilla group that made peace with the Colombian government in the 1990s, but part of his complaint, his so-called Holocaust that he wrongly terms, or genocide that he wrongly terms it that way, was the one that he sees perpetrated by the Colombian state against Colombian dissidents using Israeli weapons. So this is really almost giving Petro an opportunity to express the anger he's had since the 1980s or 1990s, while still being head of state of one of the two states that he's criticizing ultimately.
Now, Petro supporters commend him for speaking forcefully about the plight of Palestinians, but is there concern that this brand of diplomacy could lead to a complete rupture in relations and even affect, the relationship between Colombia and other countries?
It could affect the relationship between Colombia and the United States mainly. And Petro, from the get-go, has been eyed a little bit wearily by the United States, by Israel, by allies, because he expresses himself so he doesn't hold anything back, and he never has. And he has these positions that are very contrary to what Colombian diplomacy has been over the last 30 years. He's lauded for that, and he's appropriately lauded for expressing empathy for the Palestinian people. But he doesn't separate Israel's alliance with Colombia or Colombia's alliance with the United States from expressing support for the Palestinian people. The way he's expressed himself over the last few weeks has been that support of the Palestinian people immediately translates into antagonism towards Israel, and that could get him in hot water.
All right, Rafael, we'll leave it there. Thank you for your time. Rafael Bernal, the staff writer at the US news organisation The Hill.